Hello guys, how are you doing today? If you remember from my last video, you would have seen Juraj do his first proper talk.
Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about the Slovak stereotypes.
Remember, this series is all about raising confidence. Confidence is right there at the foundation of becoming a good communicator, a good speaker in English in this case. Now, if you remember also, I said I was going to break down Juraj's talk into a number of sections and have a look at the grammar of it. To have a look if there are any grammar mistakes and to correct them. Okay, let's have a go.
Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about the Slovak stereotypes. And for Slovak guy, it is difficult to talk about Slovak stereotypes. I need to Google something about it. As Google was not helpful enough for me, I asked ChatGPT as artificial intelligence to help me and write text about Slovak stereotypes.
So in this text, I'm going to highlight the areas that I think are wrong. But first, have a go yourself to see if you can identify the mistakes. Okay? Pause the video and have a go. Okay, now, so as you can see, I have highlighted the areas of Juraj's talk that I think, as a native speaker, are not grammatically correct. And as a native speaker, I understand everything that's being said here. I get the context of what Juraj is saying, but there are better ways and more grammatically correct ways to write this and to say it. Okay, so let's have a go now.
And for Slovak guy,
Now this is quite an awkward construction to a sentence. So how can we say this better? In my experience so far, I have noticed that Slovaks, especially because I work with a lot of Slovak people, but Slavics in general, whether you're from Poland or you're from Czech Republic or you're from Hungary, the countries around this area in Central Europe, all of you tend to make the same similar kinds of mistakes, and it's all to do with prepositions. So you're either not using them when you should, and you sometimes are using them when you should not. So let's have a look again at this sentence and see if Juraj is making those typical mistakes. So as we can see here in the first highlighted section, we can see the first mistake. As a for Slovak guy. So here we can see the overuse of the word for, the preposition for. I would have taken this out. And I, as a native speaker, I would have said something like, as a Slovak. Quite simple, as a Slovak. Because Juraj is trying to say that he is a Slovak citizen. So as a Slovak citizen, as a Slovak person, I am finding it difficult to talk about these stereotypes.
And for Slovak guy, it is difficult to talk about Slovak stereotypes.
Let's take a look at the next highlighted section. Now here I've highlighted what Juraj has said again. I need to Google something about it. This should be, I need to Google something about them. Now, in this instance, the grammatical mistake here is to do with the verb-subject agreement. So essentially, we're talking about singular use of words and verbs and plural use of subjects, words, nouns and verbs. So in this case, Juraj is using singular, mixing singular with plural. So this is how it should read. I need to Google something about them. Instead of, I need to Google something about it. So the subject here, in this case, is stereotypes. Juraj used the word stereotypes earlier. So we have to maintain the verb-subject agreement and use the plural form of it. So in this case, it is the word them. I need to Google something about them. Okay, so in the next highlighted section here, we can see, as Google was not helpful enough for me. This should read something more like, and again, I'm talking about it from a native speaker, how a native speaker would say it. Since Google was not helpful enough for me. So instead of, as Google was not helpful enough for me, I would say it as, since Google was not helpful enough for me. The word as here is more commonly used to introduce a comparison. Like, for example, she can run as fast as a lion. The new model of the car is just as reliable as the old one. As a teacher, I find that children are often more receptive to new ideas than adults. Okay, let's have a look at the next highlighted section. To help me and write text about Slovak stereotypes. As a native speaker, I would say something like, to help me write about Slovak stereotypes. Okay, so let's now put it all together and show you the complete paragraph. So we can have a comparison between Juraj's paragraph and how I, as a native speaker, would say it. Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about Slovak stereotypes. As a Slovak, it is difficult for me to talk about them. So I need to Google some information. Since Google was not helpful enough, I asked ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence, to help me write about Slovak stereotypes. Okay, so that's it for this paragraph. Join me in the next video where I will show you another paragraph from that talk and we can correct it to the proper grammar. Okay, great. See you in the next video.